Here's a secret that most of us don't even know about. When you're not creating your reality from scratch, you're choosing from timelines that already exist. And the very first step to shifting onto your highest timeline is awakening from this illusion of separation. Hi, I'm Emily Katie. Over 10 years ago, I had a near death experience that revealed this truth to me. I saw the illusion and I felt the illusion of separation, and how it keeps us locked into these repeating patterns and beliefs that we just can't seem to get out of. So, there's a reason why many of us feel stuck, frustrated, and confused. It's because of this illusion of separation. Um, it is absolutely 100% keeping us confined to a pattern, a conditioning, a belief that we can never get out of. So I do want to address one thing I was just thinking about. Last week I said, and I promised you guys I'd be here every day for until the end of the year, and I wasn't. And I want to explain. It's not an excuse. I just want to share with you. I went up away for the weekend up into the mountains, and I did not have reception at all. I made videos and I was trying to post them, and they wouldn't post. So I was intentionally to be here, but it just didn't happen. So I do apologize. I am here to support you how I can, and I want to make that commitment that I'll be here every day. However, I do have more travel plans between now and the end of the year that if I can't be here because of internet access, it's not because I didn't mean to be. So I do apologize for that. But what I want to share with you a little bit about my near death experience is that when I literally stepped out of the 3D, stepped out of time, I could feel that I could feel that there's an infinity of timelines for all of us. They were available at once for each and every single one of us to step into. And this frequency, hi, Michelle. Um, so I'll go through your questions at the end. So yeah, if you guys have some questions, feel free to drop some questions and I can tap into that. I do have an appointment at the bottom of the hour at 10:30 Pacific time, my time. So if I have time, I 100% will see what I can do. But I want to share this message with you because I really feel this message is super important right now as we are in a time of great polarization, great separation. And it's the message here today is about empowering yourself. And how do you get above literally the collective is going through a dark night of the soul? We are in a 9 year, which means everything is coming to an end. So then next year starts in a 1 year, so we start fresh. So with what's going on in the world, the crumbling of reality, how we have always been accustomed to it, is happening specifically to help us awaken right now. So this message came through this morning for me to share with you because I really feel it's important that we empower each other and ourselves, and that we don't get caught up in the chaos and in the collective dark night of the soul that can pull us down. It has a very strong force that can literally pull us down, is what I'm being shown in the spirit realm. And so, how do you rise above it? Get out of it. This is one thing that has shifted everything for me, and it's an awareness and a truth that I was able to see during my near death experience when I was on the other side, is the illusion of separation. And when I returned, I had this knowing, like I could see like how we have this illusion of separation, and we have this inability to get out of it because of our programming. We are often in a sleep state here, meaning we work in our subconscious programming. We don't work in the conscience. So we think we're awake. We're think like if you think about when you drive from point A to B and you're like, how did I get there? How did I get from point A to B? Hi, Fatima. I'm so happy you're here. You're in your subconscious. It's driving you, and it's doing it all day long. So, what I'm trying to share with you is my guides are sharing this with me and revisiting this is so we can become aware of the illusion of separation. And this is the very thing that is keeping us on lower timelines and keeping us in the chaos of the collective. And it's keeping these repeating cycles of frustration, disconnection, and confusion and overwhelm. They keep resurfacing because we are operating in this illusion. So if you feel like you're stuck in these the same repeat patterns, you keep seeing something keep resurfacing that you thought you'd worked through, it's the subconscious has not been fully worked out yet. So this is an opportunity right now to open the door and bring that subconscious patterning into the conscious so that you can be aware of it. So I want to go into what it means for the separation of illusion, or the illusion of separation, excuse me. That is a belief that we are cut off. We are cut off from source. We are cut off from each other. We are, most importantly, cut off from ourselves. In my near death experience, I felt whole for the first time in my life. There's no words for it. To feel whole. Down here in the 3D plane, you do not feel whole because of the separation that we are experiencing. We're cut off. We're cut off within ourselves. What does that mean? It means that we feel fragmented. It feels like we're always like me against you, them against us, soul against body. I mean, we're seeing this duality everywhere in the world. We experience it. Competition, it's all feminine versus masculine, Democratic versus Republican. This duality exists because of this illusion of separation. In the spiritual realm, it does not exist at all. We are one. We are connected. We are intertwined. There is a quantum entanglement that our energies are all intertwined and we are connected as one. So here's why it matters. The illusion doesn't just leave us feeling disconnected from others. It creates a split inside of you, inside of each and every single one of us. It divides your inner feminine and masculine. We all have divine masculine and divine feminine energy within us. And when that splits, it keeps you stuck and it keeps you in the same repeating patterns in those lower timelines that you can't seem to shift timelines. You're like, how can I not get to the higher timeline? It's about awakening. It's about awakening to this truth of this illusion that we are all living. So the divine feminine, what does that look like inside of us? This is like, if you are in the divine feminine, this is a connection. It's like this, like I see it like literally, I see a flow just flowing down into me, the spiritual divine realm flowing into me, giving me divine wisdom and intuition. But under separation, we forget. We forget. We feel abandoned. We feel unseen. We feel unworthy. We may overgive, become people pleasers, and hoping that someone will fill that emptiness or that void within us. It keeps us in this loop, in this lower level timeline, where we're seeking love and support to help fulfill us. And it also feels very scarce. Maybe it's really hard to find it. When you awaken and you remember who you are and that you were never separated from love, you are love. You become love. You don't feel lonely. You feel source energy. You feel your team, your spirit team. They're with you. They're guiding you. And that's when you can reclaim your truth and naturally rise onto a higher timeline where abundance and connection meet you. The other aspect I want to talk about is the divine masculine. So this energy is about structure, it's about action, it's about protection when it's divine. But when it's not divine, that's when you feel you're alone and you fall into control, competition, and overworking. Um, this is me growing up as a kid with a learning disability. I went into overworking I went straight into this toxic masculinity energy. It was not divine. I was not connected. And so it was overworking and leading me into burnout. Hi, Chantel and Purity. It's so good to see you guys here. So happy you're here. So you connect it when you are in this, you carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, trying to prove your worth to how much you can do. Can any of you relate to this? I 100%. I had a chiropractor tell me once, Emily, you have the weight of the world on the weight of the world on your shoulders, and if you keep doing this, you're going to end up in the hospital in a really, really bad way. You can't do this. But because I didn't have self-worth, I was trying to prove myself and putting all of my energy into the masculine energy of me trying to figure out how I fit in this world. I didn't have the balance at all. So this energy is going to keep you stuck on a timeline where life feels like a constant battle. Over the weekend, I was with my family. As I talked about at the beginning, I was up in the mountains, so I didn't have internet access, but I was with my family, and I remember sitting in the backyard at nighttime. We were having this really passionate, beautiful conversation. And I said, as a kid, I always felt like I had this massive boulder that was like 10 times my size, and I was pushing it up a 90-degree mountain. That was me having the weight of the world on my shoulders in a constant battle. Once you awaken, you realize that you were never alone and you were never meant to live life against life. It's about living with life. It's about having this fluidity in life and knowing that you are being supported. And once you can do that, you can shift your effort to being supported from not being resistant. You don't have to resist anymore. You can receive the support of the divine feminine. So when you integrate the divine feminine and the divine masculine, this is when awakening happens. When you're in tune with, okay, I'm out of alignment with my feminine energy, or I'm out of alignment with my masculine. I can tell you, you're going to be out of alignment with both of them if you're out of alignment with one. So the illusion of separation doesn't just cut you off from source, it cuts you off from your divine feminine and masculine within yourself. So the awakening is reuniting, and that's when everything shifts and changes for you. Your feminine side is able to receive guidance and flow. How many of us in here have a hard time receiving? Allow the divine feminine to receive and don't cut it off. The masculine side, then, so you'll receive this intuition, the flow of the divine energy flowing through you. The masculine side anchors in structure with aligned action. So when you have the two in balance and carrying you through, it's taking you onto higher timelines where you no longer feel like you're stuck in these repeat patterns, but you start living your alignment and your soul's truth. So if this is something that you've been looping on a timeline that just feels heavy or limiting, ask yourself this and maybe take some time today just to write it out. Where am I still believing that I'm separate? Do you feel like you're not worthy to receive support? Do you feel like you have to prove your worth to the world? Where is that? Take a deep breath and place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, and just allow your divine feminine and masculine to start to integrate and remind you and remember who you are. Allow them to remember each other. That is awakening. And that is your first step to shifting timelines. Again, we are in a very polarizing time. We are in a 9-year. This means endings. This is why we're seeing such a crumbling of the structures that we've all known for our entire lives. They're coming to an end. And how do you stay above it so you're not getting dropped into the chaos and losing sight of who you are and why you're here? You are on this channel right now because you are being called to awaken. It is your time to step into your truth, into your soul assignment. And the only way that's going to happen is if you take these intentional steps each day to step out of the chaos, get above it, get a different perspective, and know that you don't want to integrate into it. As you do, it's going to pull you down. So you want to stay on those higher timelines and allow what needs to happen to not impact you, but to keep you above it. I hope this is helpful for you. If this resonated with you, please subscribe for more teachings like this, because I am really, truly here right now to help each and every one of you, as well as myself, stay above the chaos so that we can navigate. You guys, this is, it's going to be a few years of chaos that we're going through. Next year is not going to be any easier than this year, and we're going to see a lot of financial institutes start to crumble. So it's about being wise as we navigate these times, not get scared, don't get fearful, and work on integrating your divine masculine and your divine feminine to bring you back into alignment so that you can choose what timeline you want to be on. So I will continue on with this series. I will share more about the other steps, because there's a lot to it, as we go through this together. So as for the next, or for now, just start to integrate. Take some time to ask yourself, where am I separated? Where's my divine masculine at? Or where's my masculine energy at? Where's my feminine energy at? So I know I have a few questions. I got a few minutes. Let me see. So, Michelle, you're asking about terrible and digestive issues for the last 3 weeks. 3 weeks is a long time for ascension symptoms. You could have them. Usually, ascension symptoms last anywhere from a few minutes to a few hours to a few days. You may want to go get that checked out. I'm feeling there's a credible amount of stress around you. Is this true? Because the stress is causing it's causing the digestive issues. I'm also seeing your sacral chakra is blocked, and this is your sacral and your solar plexus are blocked. So you may want to do some, definitely. Oh, thank you, Purity. I appreciate you. You're such a beautiful soul. They're blocked, so you may want to do some chakra work as well, just to clear those out. But I would recommend going to the doctor on that. So Michelle, you also said that someone said that the Schumann resonance showed a timeline jump on the scale. That was a thick black line, like a total gap. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't seen that. Schumann resonance absolutely impact the collective and universal timelines. So they can 100% impact us, and they are off the charts right now. I do know this. So blockage in solar plexus and sacral, yeah, you may want to just do some, definitely some clearing of those chakras, because there's a lot going on right there. And your stress levels feel high, are they not? Because it feels really high to me. So, all right. You guys are wonderful. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for being here. And I want to just continue to support you. So please like this video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed, and you want more information like this. And I will continue to show up for you. So you guys have a blessed day. I got a client I got to run off to. So I appreciate every single one of you. Bye, guys.